Amy Lynn Robasse, R-O-B as in boy, A, S like Sam, S like Sam, E.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Robasse. Could you first tell us just a little bit of background about yourself? Where are you from?
I live in the Amana area.
How long have you lived there?
4 years.
Where do you do for a living?
I'm sorry?
What do you do for a living?
I'm currently not working due to medical issues, but until the beginning of this year, I was the executive director of a small nonprofit for people with disabilities.
Were you living in the Amana area on or about February 17th and 18th of 2024?
Yes, I was.
Do you remember what you were doing the morning of February 18th, 2024?
Yes, I do.
What did you do that morning?
I went to Lily Lake or Lily Pond, depending on who you're talking to, and was sitting in the parking lot in my car listening to an audiobook, watching the geese and the ducks, thinking about what I wanted to do for the day and some things that were going on in my life at that time.
Is that something you do a lot?
Yes.
And had you been to Lily Pond out there quite a bit in the past?
Yes, I usually go there a couple times a week at least, depending on weather.
What kind of area is it that's out there?
Peaceful, sort of quiet. There's not much there except the lake, and there's a couple of picnic benches right along the shore by the parking lot, and a lot of people park there and walk the trail that goes around the lake. A few people will go and picnic there, but for the most part, people will park and do what I was doing and sort of sit and talk on the phone. I've seen a lot of residents sit and have lunch and just kind of appreciate the beauty of the spot while they're doing things that they need to do, sort of making their days a little bit better, I think, with that nice, pretty view.
Prior to today's date, did you see a picture of an aerial view of the Lily Pond area?
Yes, I did.
And if you saw that, would you be able to identify the area of Lily Pond and where it's located?
Yes, I would.
And was that a fair and accurate depiction of that area to your knowledge?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, we move to the United States Exhibit number 2.
Any objection to Exhibit 2?
No, Your Honor.
Exhibit 2 is admitted.
And then when the court's able to request to publish that.
You may publish.
What are we looking at here in States Exhibit 2 initially here, Ms. Robasse?
An aerial view of Walford heading towards Amana.
Is that showing that, I think it's Highway 151 as it goes south through Walford to the Amana?
Yes.
If we could just go down to the bottom of the exhibit here. And down here in the bottom left corner of this exhibit, what do we see?
Lily Pond or Lily Lake, depending on who you're talking to.
We'll probably call it.
That's usually how it goes.
And is that where you were at then at this location of Lily Pond the morning of February 18th, 2024?
Yes, it was.
Well, what time did you arrive at there?
Around 9:30.
When you arrived, was there anyone else there?
Not at that time.
Were you the only car there?
When I arrived, yes.
And while you were there, what did you do?
I was listening to my audiobook and just thinking and looking out the window.
While you were there, did anyone else arrive in the area?
Yes, there were 2 other cars that came and sort of did what I was doing. They sat and they were actually on their phones and talking, and then left after a few minutes. And then I had a couple approach my vehicle on foot.
What was the weather conditions like that morning?
Overcast, kind of foggy.
When this couple approached you, what did they do?
They were acting strange. I actually felt really nervous seeing them because they were clearly agitated. They were older than I am and coming towards me, kind of waving. And so I rolled down my window, and they were immediately asking for help. And so I ended up getting out of my vehicle to find out what was going on.
Did they direct you to a certain area in the park?
Yeah, they pointed towards the shore behind the picnic pavilion at the Lily Lake, and said that they had been walking and saw something over there, and they didn't know what it was, if it was a dead animal or if it was a mannequin or if somebody was playing some kind of prank, and would I go over there and look.
How long had you been there?
I would say I think I'd probably been there about 20 minutes.
And did you go out to that area to see what they were talking about?
Yeah, as soon as I exited my vehicle and started walking that direction, I was able to see that there was a human body and that it was not moving. And so I called 911 as I was walking that way.
About how many feet did you have to walk to be able to see that it was a human body?
I don't know that it was the feet so much as like there's a divot, the elevation changes a little bit where the body was, and so once I exited my vehicle, started walking, the way my line of vision changed, and then it was easy to see her, but that was probably about 10 feet from my vehicle that I noticed.
So were you unable to see this body previously just because of the way the area was landscaped?
I would say it was a combination of the landscaping and the fog. Once I knew she was there, I probably could have seen her, but with the landscaping and the fog and just not expecting to see anything like that, it was not easy.
Now you mentioned that you called 911, and we'll get to that in a moment, but as you approached this body, can you describe what you observed?
It was a young female. I could tell I knew she was young because she had the most beautiful, pale, perfect skin and glorious curls. And she was not moving in any way, shape, or form. She was not appropriately clothed. There were slashes and gashes all over her. Her hands were curled in a way that they shouldn't have been.
As you approached her and observed her, could you tell her that she was breathing?
She was not breathing. I was fairly confident, just even from a distance, that based on positioning, the temperature, the way she was laying, not being clothed appropriately, that she was deceased.
And when you say she wasn't clothed appropriately, what did you see her as wearing, if anything, as far as clothing?
I know she still had underwear, and I believe she still had a bra. Honestly, I've tried to forget. I try not to think of her like that. But I remember also, her underwear wasn't on correctly, and so when I called 911, I also mentioned that I thought she might have been sexually assaulted.
What kind of position was she in?
She was laying on her stomach. I could not see her face.
Did that also indicate to you that it was likely she wasn't alive by the way her face was
Yes, and I also saw wounds on her body that I thought might have been post-mortem wounds. There was no blood on them.
So you saw wounds in her body but no active bleeding?
It's what it looked like to me. I've never seen that in real life, but I've read about it.
Did you see anything else about her while you were observing her that thought maybe, that led you to believe that maybe she did have some life in her? Or...
When I was talking to emergency personnel, I noticed she had goosebumps, and I, at that moment, thought maybe I was wrong because she had goosebumps, so maybe she just was not well and really cold, and I told 911, and they said, no, don't, because I thought maybe they would tell me to go assess her, and they said, absolutely, stay back, don't touch her, which I had not at that point, nor did I.
Did you later learn what those goosebumps may have been?
Yes, goosebumps can be an indication of rigor mortis.
Objection, competence, Your Honor.
Sustained. Jury will disregard the last answer.
Did you touch or disturb her body in any way?
No, I did not.
Now, when you saw this body, then you indicated that you made a phone call.
Yes, I did.
Can I approach you with a chair?
You may.
Andy, witness was being marked as State's Exhibit number 4. And prior to today's date, Ms. Robasse, did you have an opportunity to review the 911 call that you made to the Iowa County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, I did.
Was that a fair and accurate recording?
Yes, it was.
Move to admit State's Exhibit number 4, Your Honor.
Any objection to 4?
No, Your Honor.
Exhibit 4 is admitted.
Now I'm handing the witness what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 5. Did you also end up receiving a phone call back from 911 to gather more information?
Yes, I did.
And have you had an opportunity to review that prior to today's date?
Yes, I did.
Was that also a fair and accurate recording?
Yes, it was.
Move to enter State's Exhibit number 5, Your Honor.
Any objection to 5?
No objection.
5 is admitted.
Permission to publish those exhibits, Your Honor.
You may do so.
Thank you.
I'm actually at Lily Lake in Amana, and it looks like a dead body here. I'm with a couple other people. They said, don't turn on the sirens.
Okay, you're at the Lily Pond?
Yeah, right by where the picnic area, the pavilion is.
Okay.
It's a woman, and she's just wearing underwear.
Is she breathing?
It does not look like it.
Do you see her chest rising and falling?
She's on her back or on her stomach.
Okay. Do you see any movement on her? I don't want you to touch her.
No,
Just
none. And there's a bunch of like welts and marks on her, and she looks stiff. But she does have goosebumps. I don't know.
What's your name?
Amy Robasse.
Can you spell the last name?
R-O-B as in boy, A, S like Sam, E.
And phone number, Amy? Somebody over there, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Yep, bye-bye. County Sheriff's Office. I've got an ambulance
Yes.
on the way, and I've got some deputies on the way. Where exactly are you
Okay.
guys at the Lily Lake?
We're sitting at the pavilion,
And how
and the
many
body
people are
is,
there?
there are 3 of us. There were 2 people walking, and I was actually just sitting in my car looking at the birds, and they came and grabbed me because they weren't sure if it was real, and so we're all sitting here together.
Okay, just a minute.
We are.
Okay, so you said that she's on her stomach.
She is on her stomach, yes.
Does it look like she was in the water?
No.
Okay, and is there anything else around her?
No, but there are all kinds of marks on her back, like flashes.
Okay. Okay,
And I'm wondering if there might have been a. No, we're not. We're not over there anymore. I'm wondering if there might have been a sexual assault too.
Okay. Like I said, I have deputies on the way. If you can just
Okay. Yep, we're waiting.
away from her, but if anybody does go up to her, just tell them to get away, please.
Yep. And there's nobody else here right now. We're hanging out waiting.
Okay. Thank you, Amy.
Okay. Yep. Bye-bye.
Ms. Robasse, then, did you remain on the scene there at Lily Pond until law enforcement and medical authorities arrived?
Yes, I did.
And while you were awaiting their arrival, was this body disturbed in any way?
No, it was not.
Did you remain on the scene long enough to provide your name and information in case you would need it later date?
Yes, I did.
No further questions, John.
Cross.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Robasse, do you recall what the temperature was that morning?
No, I do not.
You referenced noticing goosebumps, is that right?
Yes, I did.
That stood out in your mind that day?
Yes, it did.
You mentioned it today in your testimony. When you went home that day, you got on the internet, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Some of the observations that you'd made led you curious to learn more information, is that right?
Yes.
And so, for instance, you got online and you did a little bit of research on the internet about goosebumps, is that right?
That's correct.
But you're not an expert in that area, are you?
Absolutely not.
And you mentioned your observation of the knife injuries being possibly post-mortem, is that right?
Correct.
That is in no way an area of your expertise, would you agree?
Absolutely not. No.
You're just kind of guessing.
Correct.
That's okay. I appreciate it. You've answered my question.
Yeah.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Redirect.
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you.
Just put